So there's this 30-pound metal box currently sitting on HDTVSupply, and it costs $43,820.
Which is actually marked down from over 62,000, by the way.
Right, yeah, marked down. And look, you will probably never buy this thing, but the next time you walk through an airport or like a mall, it is secretly manipulating everything you see. So welcome to today's custom-tailored deep dive.
Yeah, we are looking at a pretty heavy-duty piece of AV technology today. It's called the Smart-AVI MXWallPRO-4444-S.
Yeah, and that massive price tag really tells you right away that, I mean, this isn't for your home theater setup.
Oh, definitely not. This is basically the invisible nervous system that powers those massive commercial video walls you see everywhere.
Because for 43 grand, you aren't just buying like a massive HDMI cable, right? You are buying what is essentially the ultimate digital traffic cop.
Right.
Actually, you know what? It's more than a traffic cop, because a standard traffic cop just directs cars. This 44 by 44 matrix switcher can instantly clone one car into 44 identical cars.
Yeah, or it can build 44 separate roads in a fraction of a second.
Wow.
Like if you want one massive image stretched flawlessly across 44 screens, it just handles that. Or if you want to split two sources down the middle or send a totally unique feed to every single display, it does that too.
That's insane.
And to pull off that kind of real-time cloning and routing, the technical heavy lifting is just staggering. I mean, the device automatically scales all those input signals to a perfectly crisp 1080p resolution at 60 Hz.
Which is a lot of data to manage all at once.
It is a massive amount of data. And to do this, the specs note a 3.2G video amplifier bandwidth.
Okay, so for anyone not fluent in AV specs, 3.2G of bandwidth is essentially like building a 100-lane superhighway that is dedicated exclusively to video data.
Right, and having that dedicated space ensures that moving a huge, high-definition video file across 44 screens doesn't cause a digital traffic jam.
Yeah, nothing stutters or tears.
Exactly. It doesn't drop a single frame when transitioning between different display layouts.
Which makes sense, because a stuttering video on like a security station wall or a Times Square billboard is completely unacceptable. But here's where I get a little stuck. Why couldn't you just use a super powerful PC and some clever software to route all these videos? I mean, a high-end graphics card handles insane graphics for video games all the time.
Well, it comes down to how a PC actually works. A PC relies on software, and software inherently introduces latency.
Because it is processing so many things at once.
Yeah, exactly. Think of a PC CPU as a really busy restaurant manager. That manager is constantly juggling the video feed, but they're also running background updates.
Right, managing the operating system, checking for viruses, all that stuff.
Right, and eventually that manager gets overwhelmed and drops the ball. And in this context, that drop is your lag, your skipped frames, or, your blue screen of death.
Which you definitely do not want on a giant Times Square billboard.
No, exactly. So the source material emphasizes a crucial distinction here. The MXWallPRO is a fully hardware-based device.
Meaning there is no manager juggling tasks.
Right, the processing pathways are physically burned into the circuits. There's only a direct physical track for the video to travel down.
Wow.
So this hardware-based switching guarantees zero latency, 247 uninterrupted use, because there is simply no software layer to crash or get bogged down.
Wait, but the product page actually mentions that it uses Windows software and an Android app, though.
Yeah, it does, but that is strictly for the initial configuration. You use the software interface to just assign your matrix layout or adjust aspect ratios or maybe upload a logo.
Oh, I see. So it is just for the setup.
Exactly. Once you hit apply, the computer's completely out of the equation. The actual real-time video processing is handed off entirely to those physical hardwired circuits inside the box.
That is wild. It takes this entirely fragmented digital world and perfectly synchronizes it so your brain just perceives it as one massive, flawless window.
Yeah, you just walk past these giant walls of screens and security hubs or entertainment venues and shopping centers, and you assume they are just a bunch of individual isolated TVs.
But knowing there is a centralized brain hardwired to control every single pixel really changes how you view those public spaces.
It really does.
Which kind of leaves you with a final thought to mull over. If a single box can flawlessly and seamlessly orchestrate 44 separate screens to capture our attention like that, How much of our public visual environment is actually just one highly coordinated, centrally controlled canvas?
Oh, that is a great point.
Like one canvas just completely designed to guide our behavior. So the next time you see 50 screens shift instantly into one giant synchronized image, remember that hidden hardwired matrix making it all happen.